Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do another Halloween tutorial. It is inspired by the originals slash the Vampire Diaries. I love the veins under the eyes, how they come out. So that'd be a really nice, fun special effects project to do. Also, I love how messy their blood is. It's not just like a trickle, it's like... I feel like they're very beautiful, aren't they? They're not pale and dying. That's my dogs telling me they want to go for a walk. They're very bronzed, they're very much like their natural tone, so if you'd like to see how to get this vampire look inspired by the originals slash the Vampire Diaries, then please keep watching. So I'm starting off with my contact lenses already in. On camera they're coming off really green, but actually they're yellow in person, so I don't know why they're doing that. But it's just easier to pop them in first because we are going to have sculpt gel under our eyes, so we don't want to be pulling at that, trying to put contact lenses in after we finish the whole makeup. So then I'm going to apply a cream eyeshadow. This is just a MAC paint pot in like a dark brown shade. I'm going to apply this all over my lid. I'm then going to blend a really natural colour through my crease and also take that underneath my eyes. Once we've done that, we're going to go in with a dark brown, kind of like a shimmery bronzy colour on a flat angled brush, and I'm going to blend that through my lashes, and we're going to do a slight winged shape. Once you've got that wing shape down, we're going to then just buff out the edge and apply a sparkly eyeshadow in that gap, just with a nice fluffy brush. This is just going to blend it all together and make it look really seamless. We're going for a really natural eye here. We want it just kind of be bronzy and smoky, and if it all about the blood and the veins. So I'm now just taking a little gel eyeliner and applying this on the outer edge of my eyes. So this doesn't need to be neat because once we've applied it, I'm actually going to blend it out the same way as how we applied the eyeshadow. So just using it in a little bit of an angled motion and push it upwards. That's going to blend the eyeliner upwards but also keep that cat eye shape. I'm then going to apply that same gel eyeliner on my top waterline, and I'm just using the edge of the brush and slowly dragging that along. I've put it on the top waterline to the bottom because I want it to just transfer really naturally. I don't want it to be a really dark thick line along my lower waterline. So this is going to just blend over and transfer over really nice to give us a soft smoky eye. I'm then just going to take that same bronzy colour that we used on the lid just underneath our eye, and I'm only taking it on the outer edge. I'm not going to take it all the way through because that's going to help elongate our eyes and make them look a lot more feline-like. I'm then going to comb out my brows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. This is just going to fluff them up a little bit, and then we're going to head straight on to our skin. So I'm using a cream foundation. This is the Mayron, I think it's called HD Celebrity Foundation HD something like that. I never remember what it's called, but it is gorgeous and it's really good full coverage. So I'm just using a Makeup Geek buffing brush for this, and I'm going to put quite a bit of pressure on and blend it into my skin. I'm doing circular motions to really push it in to make sure it lasts all night long. I'm also then taking it down my neck because, as you can see, this colour is quite a bit darker than me, but this is the colour I aim to be. I'm a pale person in denial, so I'm going to apply that down my neck and any areas which are exposed and then push it in with a beauty blender. I'm then concealing my under eyes with a flat Tom Ford brush and my MAC Studio Finish Concealer, and then just like we did the skin, I'm going to press that in seamlessly with my beauty blender, making sure it's not heavy, it's just a nice thin layer that's going to give me that coverage. And I'm then just going in with a liquid concealer. This is the Bourjois Healthy Mix concealer on a another Makeup Geek brush. I'm not sure which one this is. It's just like an angled foundation brush. It's absolutely amazing for concealer. And then I'm just going to press that in even further, just to give me a little bit of a glow under the eyes and make sure I've got that coverage behind the god-awful veins we're going to apply. So I am going to contour because vampires are often a little bit thin and got really strong cheekbones. So I'm just going to contour. I'm using the same Mayron foundation but in a much darker shade, and I'm just going to apply that around my temples, down my cheekbones and also along my nose. I'm then going to take just a blusher brush or a powder brush and blend all this in big circular motions until it's completely seamless. Once we've done that, I'm going to then set the rest of my face just using a translucent powder. This is the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just lightly dusting this all over the skin. It won't take off any of the colour, it's just going to make sure there's no tackiness and also that the bronzer and other items go on top of it nice and smoothly. So I'm now going to contour out my cheeks even further using MAC's Harmony and this flat brush. And then we're going to highlight the high points. So I'm going to focus this mainly on the tip of my nose and also on the bridge of my nose and also a little bit along my Cupid's bow. I'm now going to go in with my brows. So I'm using the Anastasia Brow Palette. This is just amazing for eyebrows, I absolutely love it. And I'm going to start off by filling in my general shape with an angled brush and also the colour that matches. So I do mix a few colours together. I think I mix the two soft brown ones. And then once I've filled the brows in, I like to go back over with the brow gel again and let that set. So I decided not to wear any false lashes for this look just because the vampires on the Vampire Diaries and the originals are very natural. They don't have crazy big lashes or really heavily flawless skin. They're very natural, freckly, tanned, so I didn't want to go overboard with the lashes, so I just applied my normal mascara. And then I'm going in with a fine eyeliner brush and that same Anastasia brow powder, and I'm just flicking up my brows a little bit more just to give them a bit more of a fluffy, hairier texture. I'm now using one of my favourite lip liners. This is the Rimmel East End Snob lip liner. It's gorgeous and it's just a really natural colour. Filling in my whole lips with that and then going over with the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in Dainty. Now I think this is a gorgeous look on its own, so you can leave it here for an everyday look, but we're going to apply these creepy veins under our eyes. So for the special effects side, we're going to use Sculpt Gel again, and this product comes in part A and part B. So we're going to mix equal parts of those together. This is basically a liquid silicone, and we're going to mix equal parts of part A and part B together. Mix them together really well, and then I'm using a fine eyeliner brush. Now I would say use a brush that you're not going to be really gutted if you ruin it. I'm actually using the eyeliner brush that comes with the Maybelline eyeliners because I end up with loads of them, so I just used that for it and it worked really well. And I'm just loading the brush up with the Sculpt Gel mixture, and then I'm dragging the mixture down my under eyes, creating little veins. This works amazingly well, and because we've got our powder and other things on there, none of the makeup underneath will budge. So just keep bringing the veins down and kind of branch them off randomly. Don't do the eyes symmetrical because that's pretty unrealistic. Your veins are never properly symmetrical, so just bring them out like tree branches, as though you're drawing a tree, and bringing them down as low as you want. I've just kind of gone to the apples of the cheeks. I then set the veins with a powder just to make sure they're not sticky. You do want to leave Sculpt Gel to dry for probably about 10 minutes, otherwise you do risk ruining your brushes. So just apply a little bit of powder on top of that, and it's going to set them really well. So for colouring the veins, I did start off with a red, but I felt like it wasn't going to give enough depth, so instead I went in with the grey. This is a grease paint, but any face paint or cream eyeshadow will work really well for this. And I'm using the same brush I just wiped off the Sculpt Gel. So I'm using a grey first and going over every single vein, and also extend it just past the end of the vein just to give it a really fine point. This is going to add depth, so once your red goes on top of that, it's going to look like it goes a lot deeper and it's much more 3D. I'm then going to mix together a dark red and a blue to create like a bruised look. And I'm going to go over every single vein again. So this is going to go over that grey that we applied before, which is going to mix together really nicely, so it's going to give a really nice shaded effect. You can also add on a few little extra veins with this that aren't in with Sculpt Gel if you want more veins, but I just stuck with the ones that I'd already applied. Once we've done that, the finishing touches is I just applied a cream grease paint just onto the high points of them, just to make them stand out even more. Once that is all finished, I'm going to powder yet again, just to take the shine off, because grease paints can be quite shiny. And then I'm going to apply my Mary Luminizer just on the very high points of a few of the veins, just to make them look really standing out. I'm then using that same mixture of the red and blue and just dotting that under my eyes to give a little bit of a bruised effect. So the originals tend to either have a very elegant trickle of blood coming from their mouths, or they are covered in it. So it's completely up to you which one you want to do. If you want to be more sexy, then definitely go for just a trickle. But if you want to be crazy hungry vampire, then apply it all over. Also, get a prop. Hearts are great. Vampires are always ripping out hearts, especially the ones in the originals. so that works really well as like a little extra to your outfit. So I hope you really enjoyed this look. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to follow me on all of the social media. That will all be linked to the description box below. And until next time guys, I'll see you soon.